Hi, my name's Peyton Browder. I'm a freshman at Clemson University, and as a requirement for a CU1000 class, I had to do a new student dialogue. The new student dialogue that I did was "It's Never Funny and It's Never Okay," a dialogue on rape culture. When we first got to the classroom, there were two leaders, a guy and a girl. They were very welcoming and inviting to the room. And when we all sat down, there was approximately about like 30 of us in there, and a lot of diversity. There was a bunch of different backgrounds from where we came from, and we learned that through our icebreaker game. And through the icebreaker, we just were paired up with one another, and we had a pie chart, and in each section of the pie we told like the relevance of like what is important to us or what makes us who we are, and then we shared it with a partner. And through that we learned that like we have all different kinds of things, and we also have a lot of similarities. After that, we kind of discussed what dialogue was compared to debate, and we learned that a dialogue was to find a common ground. As far as like debate, you kind of just debate with each other about who's right and who's wrong. There were a lot of active voices in this group. Everyone really felt welcomed. There was a point where a lot of people kind of felt intimidated to speak, and this was after the fact that the girl group leader started asking the group questions about like what they think about her. And they were pretty funny questions. There was one humorous girl, and the leader was asking questions, and the girl would bring humor to the situation, and everybody was just kind of cracking up laughing. And then the last question was, do you think that I've ever been abused, sexually abused? And the girl kind of made humor towards that also. And the leader kind of stopped and was like, I don't find this funny at all, because actually I have. And it kind of made the room get really silent and really awkward, and I really think that intimidated a lot of people to speak, because they were like, okay, don't really know what to do. But then we started talking more about like our feelings about like as far as using the word rape or talking about rape, and it not being funny and not being okay. We talked about both sides, girls and guys, as far as being sexually abused. And there were also a lot of reserved voices, and I feel like I was one of those people that were in the middle. I wasn't really an active voice. I kind of sat back and listened to a lot of people talk, and then I kind of kept to myself, voiced my opinion where I felt needed. But other than that, most of the people who were reserved, I feel like didn't necessarily have the same views and ideas as the majority of the group did. And because of that, I guess they felt intimidated to talk. But using dialogue in your college career is basically a necessity. You don't want to be debating like non-stop throughout college. I mean, it can be good at times, but there's some things where you just need to find a common ground. And I really think that's why that the new student dialogue was used as a tool and a requirement for freshmen, so that they can figure that out and say, hey, look, you can't be debating all the time with your friends or with your professors if you don't get a good grade or you think something's wrong. Yeah, you should express your views and get your point across, but you shouldn't do it in a manner that is can come off as offensive somewhat. There's this quote that I always like. It says, say what you mean, but don't say it mean. And I always take that to heart, and because you don't need to be rude, and like if you believe something, then you believe something, but I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of different opinions, and that's what dialogue is for, just to kind of get your opinions out there and then find common ground between those two opinions. Some other observations that I have would probably be that the girl who was very funny, the one that brought humor to the conversation when the leader was asking questions, she kind of shut down after the leader was like, I don't find that funny. And I really feel like it kind of hurt her feelings, but I think the leader could have came across that situation in a different way. Not saying that she shouldn't have said, hey, don't laugh at that, but the fact that the way that she did it, like, kind of shut the girl down. And so yeah, that's my new student dialogue vlog, and it was great.